But so the day that the bulls have been waiting for has finally come, with the benchmark indices in India touching their fresh record highs. Hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. We're here to wrap all the market action for you. With the BJP sweeping the state elections, especially in the key states like Uttar Pradesh, has boosted sentiment and taken the Nifty 50 index to its fresh record highs. And of course, that was a widely anticipated move after the Saturday election outcomes, Agam. But even as the markets had probably priced in a victory for the BJP, probably they hadn't priced in the scale of victory that we really saw. So the Nifty, while it opened, there was a gap up opening of nearly 157 points for the Nifty index. It crossed its previous high of 9119, which was seen on March 2015, and it ended at 9087. So even on a closing basis, this is a fresh record for the Nifty index. So some sort of a mini referendum for Modi's populism. On the back of that, Agam, you are seeing fresh longs on next futures.
No doubt about it. You know, there was some amount of caution which was building up until Friday. In fact, we had seen a lot of accumulation of shorts in the index futures and more addition of puts as far as FIIs are concerned. But, you know, that has been kept aside. And right now, we're looking at fresh longs when it comes to the index futures. And we're looking at a lot more writing in the lower level puts. So once again, this is a positive. So let's take a look at what's happened in the options market today. First, we have seen more writing in the 9,000 and the 9,100 puts. As you can see here, this means that now the base is shifted from 8,800 to 9,000 and 9,100. The fact that you're looking at an unwinding in the 9,000 call is because you're looking at taking your profits now that the Nifty has moved above that level. That brings me to maximum open interest, which is now shifted from 9,000 to 9,200. That will be the upper end of the range, at least in the near term as far as the Nifty is concerned. On the lower end, you're still looking at base formation in the 8,800 and the 8,900 puts. So overall, we may be looking at roughly a 200 to 300 point range. But the positive, I think a lot of bulls will take away from today's day will be that the range has been slowly shifting upwards. Right. And I reckon that this was the day that everyone was waiting for, and we've hit fresh lifetime highs. And this, of course, has also, that means, changed the near-term range for the Nifty.
That's correct. And Agam, in all likelihood, we should also expect to see a positive buying number as far as FIs are concerned. Certainly. Today. But when it comes to the index movers, there was buying across sectors, but banks definitely took the center stage today. ICICI Bank ran up as much as 6% today. L&T, Hindustan Unilever and Asian Paints also rallied close to 4%, so gains of over 4%. Sun Pharma was sitting on gains of over 3.5% after the US FDA lifted the import alert on the Mohali facility. So no financial direct or immediate financial impact there, but given the issues at the company's Halol plant, it could probably mean that Sun Pharma has one more alternate facility to file drug applications from. There were about 7 losers on the Nifty index. Coal India, of course, was trading ex-dividend, and hence that impact that you're seeing. But overall, the bank stocks were also big movers today. Agam, having said that, there was a lot of buying in the banking names, which is supported by volumes.
Absolutely. And there are 3 stocks that stand out in the Nifty financial space: ICICI Bank, HDFC and Yes Bank. Let's take a look at how the volumes for those banks have done. I'm going to start off with ICICI Bank, which was the lead gainer today, which was up 6%. Its volume sat at 150% more than its previous 20-day average. Following that, we have real gains in Yes Bank as well, which was up around 3.5%, nearly twice as much as its previous 20-day average. HDFC is the big one that stands out with respect to volumes at 227% its previous 20-day average. So these are the 3 financial stocks which are also led to major gains in the Nifty, and that's also what we are seeing. But well, needless to say, we're also looking at a very positive breadth when it comes to the broader markets as well.
Absolutely, Agam. If you look at the advanced decline ratio on the Nifty 500 index, it stood at 4:1, so 4 gainers for every single loser. Of course, that deteriorated a bit. If you would have seen that ratio at the start of the day, it was a lot more encouraging. But the stock that really stood out today was VIP Industries, ending as much as 14% higher, and mind you, that was on the back of volume support also. I believe it was also one of the largest traded stock as far as the mid caps are concerned. That apart, real estate stocks, the tire companies and housing finance companies, that pack was also among the top gainers. So you have Suntech Realty, you have stocks like JK Tire, Seat, which were really doing well. Housing finance companies, so you have Indiabulls Housing Finance, you have Diwan Housing Finance, Canfin Homes. All of these were amongst the top gainers, gaining over 5% today. But the JP Group stocks really stood out as far as the losers are concerned.
Yes, and this really wasn't too much of a surprise, right? Because once we knew that these were the election results, we knew that the JP stocks were going to be under pressure, at least on today's day of trade. So we have JP Infra, which has declined by as much as 8.6%, around 6% declines for JP Associates as well, along with JP Power, which has also moved down by as much as 4.5%. CCL Products down as much as 5.3%. Weakness in Alok Industries, Kaplan Point, as well as Supreme Industries. But you can clearly see, if you leave the JP Group stocks out, the momentum in the broader markets today was with the gainers, and that is where we've seen a substantial upside. On the whole, it's been a good day of trade, not only for the Nifty but also for the broader markets, and a lot of mid caps which have also gained and are starting to catch up with the benchmark indices for now.
All right, so Nikki, it was not only a very good day for the equity markets, but the rupee also. The Modi even took the rupee to 11-year high today.
Yeah, so euphoria was just not witnessed in equity market. The currency equally participated. It rallied close to a year high, almost clocked a biggest intraday move that was last seen on May 25th. So yes, the landslide victory of BJP in UP government did help the currency quite a bit. But in terms for bond, it was pretty much the day of consolidation. Once again, when the WPI data came in, which was not a good set of number that we saw the bond yields, actually leaving those, unwinding those gains and again rising up to those levels of 6.91, which also the FOMC meeting later in the week and the state bond sales also had weighed on the sentiment. That's all that we have for today in terms of both bond as well as currency market. And thank you for watching Bloomberg Quint.